Are you about to take a loud gulp of your drink?
That's ridiculous, honey.
Are you waiting until I start the intro and then you're gonna... Don't give me that side eye. All right. Well, now drink your whiskey. Is that what you're drinking?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't let John make you think he's cool. He's drinking peanut butter whiskey.
Peanut butter whiskey.
Still pretty cool.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Is it cool?
Too cool for
Pretty
you.
bussin'.
You can't handle it.
Apparently. I just got stupid wine. All right, we good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, lore heads, and welcome to the League, exploring the League of Legends lore from A to Z. My name is Rebecca.
And I'm John.
My name is Mark.
Today we're talking about the Mechanized Menace Rumble. Menace. The Mechanized Menace Rumble. It was released April 26, 2011. I wanted to say the Mechanized Menaced. Like he's been menaced. Which, I mean, he kind of has.
Yeah, he really has
He kind of
been.
has, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he gets a bad rap.
I guess.
Like,
Does
what do
he?
you mean?
I mean, he's not like, I wouldn't call him a menace.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose. He doesn't really, yeah, I guess he menaces children.
They
In
probably
the eyes
had
of
a
the law,
comment.
In the eyes of the law.
Your Honor. They had it coming.
No. Oh.
Yeah, I guess 2011 feels right. Well, just looking at his lore, it's like 2011.
Yeah,
When did they get
especially
rid of
because it
that?
hasn't been updated since then. So you know,
It's OG.
Really?
Yeah, I at least thought that there was going to be some version that ended with. So then he went to the League of Legends, but nope, it is
Not even that.
That's why I'm saying like 2011. I could be wrong. I feel like as we get to the end of 2011, Riot's moving away from the Institute of War. Is that right?
no, there's definitely a
More? Okay.
a version that ends like that I have here.
Oh, then I just didn't fucking find it. Damn.
You missed it, Mark.
Shit. Good find.
Yeah. Well, I guess what does Rumble sound like? I really think, genuinely, I was listening to him. John, you're going to be very good at this impression, I feel like. This is your...
We'll see if I actually remember, because I'm it's not in my head right now, so I'm guessing.
Do you want a hint or a help?
Okay.
Should we go
I'll
first?
say- I was gonna say if you want to like picture it, it's just like a less intense Ziggs almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ziggs with just on a little bit of horse tranquilizer, but he sounds like time for a Bandle City beatdown.
God damn it, that was one of the two quotes you have written down.
I know, I'm so sorry.
What else does he say? Hang on. I know this off the top of my head. Because I love Rumble. Play him all the time. Got the heat gun thing. Hang on, I forgot the alphabet. I found him.
You also forgot what a flamethrower is.
Right?
Oh, shit. You're right. Shut up.
Let's get in the fight.
God, you're so boring.
The problem is I can only think of his
Wants a piece of
his
this.
skin quotes.
All right.
Who wants a piece of this?
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Almost sounds like Jax. The bigger they are, the harder I hit them.
Yeah, it's just so that's your voice.
Yeah, he's kind of kidding. I mean, it makes sense. They're all yordles, so I guess that
Right.
makes sense. But
All the ones,
no-
all the voices
yeah.
that sound like children are the ones that I can do.
Voices Sean could do.
Does your voice sound like a child or a weenie? That's for me.
Or a weenie child.
you did good, Rakan. Come on now.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, and a good gnar.
He's a yordle, hun.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he sounds very like Saturday morning cartoon to me.
Absolutely. He's like a Sonic the
Rumble.
Hedgehog
Yeah.
voice for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Let's juice.
Which does
It doesn't
work.
surprise me, but
Yeah.
I will say, I remember the first time I heard Wukong's voice, he also has like kind of a Saturday morning cartoon voice, and I was like, how is that teenager coming out of that monkey fighter, man?
Monkey teenager.
I guess so.
Teenage
Teenage
mutant
yeah.
monkey fighter.
So really
Yeah, I'd fucking
unsuccessful
watch
off-brand.
Let's be honest. It was a time where every off-brand was successful. You had fucking biker mice from Mars and the cowboys of Moo Mesa and the street sharks.
These are things only you know, John. I'm so
That
sorry.
is false. They were
Yeah, that's
very
certainly-
popular shows.
Yeah, all three. Well, was Cowboys of Moo Mesa? I know.
Fuck
those
you,
other
yeah, it
two-
was.
Okay.
It's the entire reason I picked my avatar when I worked at Riot. Everyone picks like a skin that's going to be their avatar if they post on the forums. Mine was Cowboy Alistar, strictly because I loved Cowboys of Moo Mesa. And it's
Now,
a clear ripoff.
Long-time listeners of the show will know that already because we talked about it in the
We
Alistar
have.
episode.
In like
'cause there
one
was
of the
fucking
first
nothing.
few episodes we did.
And isn't
All
it
right.
kind of fun that we've gone from there to here, where there's also kind of nothing in a lot of ways.
We've come so... Oh, God.
Oh, honey, calm down.
I like dropped my foot and there was a wire and
The
terrible
mic came
things
down.
happened.
Anyway, do we want Rumble's really extensive, fantastic bio?
Yes. I would
Do we have
love
the
that.
time?
Well, we don't have to talk about Rise of the Sentinels today, so yes. Or Star Guardians. Those are the
Okay.
two.
My opinion.
True.
My opinion of Rumble is already going up. The fact that we don't have to talk about Rise of the Sentinels.
It's true. You know what? At least he wasn't in Rise of the Sentinels.
Consolation prize for every shitty champion. Forever.
All right. Rumble was a normal, bullied Yordle in Bandle City. Apparently he's short even for a Yordle, so they bullied him, which seems really unusual to me. I just feel like that's a very strange thing for Yordles to do. And my Lulu would never. Who are these evil Yordles that live in Bandle City?
Right? Fuck them.
We've never met them, apparently. Anyway, as a loner, he learned to love tinkering with stuff from the junkyard. And he was a good mechanic, so his teacher suggested he should go to the Yordle Academy of Science and Progress. Does that still exist?
You know, that school in Piltover for Yordles that
was gonna
exists
say.
and we've heard so much about from everywhere
bulb.
else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Rumble said no. He said Heimerdinger's a sellout, and he gives away superior Yordle tech for a pat on the head for people who make fun of Yordles. But do they know what Yordles are? That's
Who fucking knows?
no. It depends on what Riot we're talking to today.
Which official canon Riot universe?
Yes, Mr. Riot, which one are you? Do you believe that Yordles should be in hiding or not? Anyway, a bunch of human graduates from the academy hopped on a boat to Bandle City because that's something that you can just do.
You just fucking hop on a boat and
Get on a
bam,
boat.
Bandle City, folks.
Yeah,
right
Bandle
there.
City. Yes. Anyway, Rumble wanted to have a little peek at them, but I guess he couldn't resist fighting them instead. Sounds like he lost. I think he got his ass kicked as per usual. The other Yordles said he was an embarrassment, so he left Bandle City.
Well,
What?
to clarify, the other Yordles didn't
human-
say
it
that.
was-
The humans said that he was an embarrassment to enlightened Yordles like Heimerdinger,
Right.
which is a big yikes for those problematic humans.
Yeah.
This whole thing is so weird. This whole fucking...
It's very strange.
It's fucking weird.
Anyway,
Anyway.
the next time he was seen, just a few months later, it was in his big mech suit to show the world what Yordles can do. I gotta say, I feel like the humans could have made that mech suit.
Right.
Is
Probably-
there really advanced Yordle tech here?
It's probably not made like out of literal trash, right? It's probably a little bit better if anyone else does it. But
But just barely.
Yeah.
Just barely.
Well, anyway, Rumble's bio sucks. It's not good.
But hey, it's canon. So
no, it's not. None of this
no.
is canon.
It's on universe.
you know what's on Universe? A bunch of shit that doesn't work and is just dead links and references to things that don't exist.
Yeah.
So to all you universe purists out there, because I know you exist, fuck you.
Damn, planting the flag, drawing a line. I mean, it does suck. What do you think? Okay, let's try and cut away all of the stuff that we know doesn't exist. What do you think about the very kernel of the core of idea of Rumble? Because you can't have him be bullied by Yordles. That doesn't make any fucking sense, like you already said. So just one who's got a big chip on his shoulder and doesn't like people. I guess that's just Vex. That's what I'm saying.
It's
now.
also
It
also
still
Ziggs.
sucks. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Kind of
I don't-
Ziggs.
I
It's
like
also
how you were like,
kinda
let's
Cled.
take out. Let's
It's
take
also
out. Let's take out what's not canon, and all that you're left with is Rumble's kind of a dick. Oh no.
Yeah. It's really hard for him. 2011, and he is completely overshadowed by he's like this weird intersection of Ziggs and Kled, and he's way less interesting than either of them. I feel like.
Yeah. Maybe he was just the beginnings of them. Poppy woke up, and I'm trying to see if she.
Oh, I wondered why John looked so unhappy about what I was saying.
Something.
Yeah, she's awoken and found herself on her belly, which she loves sleeping there. She hates waking up and realizing she's there.
What the hell? How did I get here?
Did you want to...
Yeah, we're probably going to have to go get her.
All right.
Not it.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to keep recording stuff? Do you want to just stop it for now, or?
I think it would be harder to pause it, right, John?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially with all the other timing things.
No worries. Fine.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. No. She might be okay.
We're waiting for a call from the officials. All the refs have gathered in a huddle. They're looking at this
Wait,
baby.
she's moving again. I can't
A hush stands.
It's so hard to tell. Oh, wait, maybe she's not. I don't know.
The stands are packed here at the John Becca Bowl. The audience waits with hushed breath to hear whether or not we can keep talking about how shitty Rumble is.
He's going in. We can still talk about how shitty Rumble is without Joel.
I mean, honestly, right? I think it's kind of a shame. Because I liked his short story. He's got kind of a voice there. It's kind of fun.
There's a personality.
It's a personality, right? It's... I want someone who really likes Rumble to come in and explain what is it about Rumble that they find really compelling. That
I mean, they probably like his personality because that's what they have. They have a personality. They don't have any story to put it in.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I was going to suggest we try and come up with a new bio entirely, what to do with him.
That's fantastic. Well, we got to wait for John for that one.
Yeah, we'll wait for John on that one.
I was thinking about it actually when I was reading it a couple hours ago. Because that's how long I put off reading this Rumble. So, because I knew it was going to take me 5 fucking minutes.
Oh, man. I thought he was only going to have the bio. I was very surprised that he even had the short story, frankly. But,
yeah, I wasn't expecting as long of a short story. I figured he was going to have,
like Heimer had something like that?
Yes. That was just clearly not canon, made no sense.
Yeah. I kind of like that. It's again, also, oh man, think about how long ago we did Heimer, and here we are so much later. And it's hey, the Yordle whatever for whatever in Piltover. Oh, you.
I know. Yordles and the Void, it's Riot does not know what to do with them. I guess they're doing stuff with new Void champions, but they don't know what to do with the old Void champions.
I feel like that's kind of the same with Yordles almost. They do a lot of stuff with Yordles and Runeterra, which I think is kind of how they're building out some of that.
That's true. That's where the good cinematics have come from.
Honestly, with the Yordles, I think it's just man, it reminds me we were talking about Riven, where they need to figure out whether or not her sword is broke. They need to figure out what the fuck to do with Yordles. They need a war room that right there.
That would be good. Another sit down with all the cards on the wall. I just go off of Arcane. Humans know they exist. It's fine. They don't have to get rid of the disguise thing. It's stupid. I don't like it. I don't think it works at all. I don't know why Yordles can't. I like the idea of Bandle City being hidden more than people being able to see it. So maybe there's some mystery around Yordles in that sense.
Yeah.
And, I think and maybe most of them don't live in cities. Heimerdinger's kind of a weird anomaly in that sense. And maybe other Yordles look down on that in some way. But he doesn't share, the secrets of how to get to Bandle City or anything.
So maybe Heimer's the one who gets bullied because he's out and about with the humans compared to...
look at him. I could see him getting bullied.
He is a fucking nerd, right? It does seem like maybe Rumble would be the bully in that relationship. I guess Heimer... Heimer didn't bully him, actually. He's just one-sided hate, which is kind of funny.
Rumble sounds and looks a bit like a bully.
Maybe they should just make him a bully.
Well, most bullies, they're bullies because they've been bullied.
They've been bullied.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Deep, man.
Fucking- oh man.
I know. Well, now what should we
I feel
talk
bad
about?
talking about Rumble without John. I want. Oh no, you're gone. Great. This is just a
Oh,
night.
now Mark's frozen.
Everything's frozen on mine.
Now I'm all alone. And I'm going to tell John to keep this all in. Be like, it'll be fine. It's totally cool. Just keep it in the video. I think he's reconnecting.
Yeah.
Hey! I was alone for a second.
Yeah,
Just
I
trying
was
to
like,
hold down this podcast by myself.
Yeah, it's like, oh great, awesome. What else can happen right now? Fucking wicked witch comes in and just like tornadoes me out of the fucking.
That's Allura.
Often never. Right. Gosh, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's the short story was fun. The old lore has nothing going on. There's not a lot to say about Rumble, really. I feel
know.
like without talking at length about the short story, I suppose, right? That's kind of the thing about it. But I don't know. I didn't have anything to say, really. I like it's like I like the writing on the short story and it was fun, but it's like, I don't know, Rumble is kind of there's something there, I suppose. There's potential, right?
Oh no. Don't drag out the P word yet.
Yeah, that feels like that almost cheapens it for the other people we've said.
I was going to say, that's generous. Potential is a very generous word to use with Rumble.
In the way that anything has potential, right? There is the potential that the sun won't rise tomorrow, but it probably will. You know?
Ouch.
I think it's just like, if you... Obviously, he needs to just be completely updated anyway, right? So it's like, if you really took a bat to that fucking house that is the Rumble, like, ruin, and, like, rebuilt it from the ground up, like, you could probably get something good. And you could... I'm sure you could try and carry through some of that voice that we see in the short story and the personality, I guess. Because that's something that at least some of his old lore has going on, is that same that personality kind of comes through. But, he's not like high priority, I can't imagine, and I kind of don't want them to prioritize Rumble. No offense, I feel bad for saying, saying that. It's like the potential thing, where it's like there's only so much effort you can put into like getting lore updated and getting these things made better. And I kind of wish they would hone in on the things that it can be good, like really good. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel like there's gonna be people. Say what?
Oh, no. I was just going to say, I'm watching John put Poppy down and seeing how that goes. She immediately rolled onto her belly after being put down.
Oh, my God.
And now she's flailing a little bit. Girl, you don't got to be there.
Yeah, right? Just chill it out.
All right, she stopped flailing. John's coming downstairs. Don't worry, John. We finished
I'm
up.
stressed.
We were chatting basically this whole time, so if you want to leave it in the video, it's not a big deal.
A lot of it amounted to. Yeah, a lot of it amounted to. I don't have a lot to say about Rumble.
So now that you're back, let's talk about Rumble some more.
Huh, all right. We ready for that short stories?
Yeah, I was going to say we could... Something I threw out is, since Rumble's bio is like completely not canon at this point, like what should you do with him? What would we think to do with him?
Keeping this personality, and his shtick is that he rides on the mechanized suit. Yeah. I'm okay with the idea of him being a really tiny yordle, and that's why he's compensating with this.
And I'm also totally cool with him having like this rivalry with Heimerdinger. I think that makes total sense.
What's hard with that is that Heimerdinger has the exact same, like literally the same problem, right? Because Heimer's shit is also not canon. So it's like, okay, I mean, I guess that depends on what you do with Heimer too, almost.
Yeah.
I say you bring Rumble into the Arcane universe, and fucking he's the big bad next season.
What?
Man, that would... You gotta admire like the balls on that, on like making that decision.
Could you imagine if that's what they decided? They're like, forget
they set up all this
everything.
Noxus stuff, and they're like, no, you know what? Fucking Rumble,
Urgon's
baby.
right there. Renata's right there, and they're like,
Well, that's kind of my point. Not my point, but that was kind of my thought. Is that I like, obviously Zahn makes a ton of sense, but Piltover and Zahn are really fucking crowded. Like, they had a ton of fucking people in that space, right? So I would put him somewhere else. I would like he's in Shurima in the short story. I think that can make sense. All right, you kind of keep him around there. It's a bunch of ruins that people plunder. I thought team him up with Ezreal and Cassidy.
I was just going to say, team him up with Ezreal. That'd be a fun personality combo where instead of like having opposites, you have two people who are kind of weirdly similar, egging each other on in a way. I could see them like pushing each other to do stupider and stupider shit.
I like it.
More dangerous things. Yeah.
They kind of do that in Legends of Runeterra a bit.
Oh, yeah?
Where, yeah, because he's in there, and it seems like the setup is that he is trying to be, or is, a reckoner in, like, the Noxian, like, fight pits. And, like, him and... I don't know. This is all, like, inferred from
like
cards
BattleBot
and
type
line.
thing.
Kind of. I don't know if he's actually doing it, or if he just wants to. But him and Draven are kind of fun, are kind of a fun interaction in that same way.
So they're
I
like
could see
dog
that.
fighting with yordles? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you know, I imagine he's choosing to be in the pit.
Yeah, he's not.
Okay.
Like fuck them. I'm gonna show them what I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't do a run on like the Yordle like rescue shelter and like go grab a bunch of.
Okay, good.
Yeah, something of one of those two. Those are the ones I would go with.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could dig that.
Yeah.
I like the
anything.
fighting pit angle.
It's kind of fun. I don't know.
All right, his short story.
Shuriman Trash by Amanda Jeffrey. Is this the first time we're seeing? It doesn't sound familiar.
It didn't
sound
look familiar
familiar
to me. I'm assuming it's a very, very old writer. I'm assuming it's an old piece, although I'm not positive.
Well, this one actually, they have already phased out some of the shit about Rumble in this one. Like in this one, the way you get to Bandle City is via port key type portal, much like modern day lore.
Yeah, true.
So it's very possible this is new-ish, comparatively new.
Yeah.
Way more than,
2012, maybe.
Do we have a buy credit for the bio? I mean,
No, it's so fucking old.
Yeah.
There's literally no buy credit.
It was Mark Merrill himself.
It was an older day bio, so you can kind of be assured that it's like one of a handful of people.
Yeah.
It was probably either Devin Gill or Alex Yee at this point. That's probably it was probably one of those two, honestly. Anyone who has like an actual portrait in the Journal of Justice, it was probably one of them.
Sure. Yeah. Probably right. All right. So Shuriman Trash. Do we want to go through that?
Yeah, I know you don't have a summary of it. I don't either. So
It's easy to
okay.
go through it. If you have one, you should
so.
lead the charge because mine was.
No, I don't think any of us do.
Okay, no worries. So it's from Rumble's perspective. Rumble is it Narimazeth? I think northern Shuriman City. I asked you that, and I realized we just talked about how we don't have summaries.
I have notes, but I don't mention the town anywhere because I didn't.
No, not Zuma. It's like a northern Shuriman, like port city.
Yeah, you know.
Kind of. And he has had a long day of haggling with humans and getting their junk from them. Seemingly, like he swindled a lot of them. It sounds like, and he kind of what happens to him is as he's getting his stuff set up, a bunch of Noxian kids, I think. Or I don't know exactly, or they're bullying this kid who is using like you ever see where like people who are like they can't walk, so they're using just like a board with wheels on it, and they're kind of like pulling themselves along. You ever see like that depicted anywhere?
Yeah,
it's that type of thing. They're bullying this kid.
I assumed reading it that he was literally just riding around on a skateboard.
That's what I thought too, until they talk about how he can't walk, and I think the leader of the bullies.
I missed that.
Yeah, the leader of the bullies is this Noxian general's kid. So he's he's like, Noxus doesn't need your weakness in the empire, and they also kind of insult Rumble and his he comes back with his mech because they don't really mess with him or anything that much. They just kind of insult him, I think it is. He comes back with his mech and he starts beating up these kids.
Insult his garbage.
Yeah, insult his garbage. That's what it is. Yeah. Comes back with his mech. He starts beating up the bullies. He doesn't kill
children.
The children. Let me tell you, he doesn't kill them. He just kind of beats them up.
Yeah.
And midway through the fight, the mech, which is called Tristy, in case because that was not covered in the bio, it breaks down, it stops working, and then that kid who's getting bullied kind of shows back up and helps save Rumble. So and then the two of them kind of fight off the rest of the bullies, and the main bully kid and the one who's being bullied seem like they have some sort of reconciliation. Rumble's not paying attention. He doesn't give a shit about any of this human drama. He just wants to be apologized to, specifically because for insulting garbage. Because anyone can do anything with trash. The humans kind of just go off about their thing, and the whole time they've been calling him, I think, like grandpa or like some word for grandpa. He kept talking about how this kid who's being bullied isn't my grandson. I'm not a grandpa. But at the end, he like. He's like, hey kid, and the kid turns around and he throws him like a mace or some shit, like I don't know, it was like some weapon, and then the line is like, well, if you can't spoil your grandkids, what's it all for, right?
It's really cute.
Yeah, it's a fun story. It is. It's a lot of fun.
This was a good Rumble story. Like I feel like this was good at it gave us a good voice of Rumble.
It was really nice. Easy to like hear it in his voice, which was cool. Like I could perfectly hear it in his Rumble voice. I mean, this is what we want when we have champions with like a vivid personality. Is we want stories like this and like Mundo get. And yeah, I'd love more stuff like this for champions that are really distinct. Braum, please give me a story from Braum's point of view. For the love of God. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish I had more like lines to pull from it, because there's a lot of little just jokes and things about it. Like, for example, him talking about them having their little reconciliation or whatever, and he's like, I don't know, they're crying or something like that. I'm not paying attention. I don't care for this mortal shit.
Yeah. I really liked the idea of like this like stereotypical schoolyard enemy to friend relationship, but told from the perspective of somebody completely outside who just could not care less.
Yeah. They're having this huge, massive moment. This lifelong rivalry is healing, and Rumble's like, apologize to me for insulting my garbage.
Yeah, the kid was like trying to figure out what Rumble wanted him to apologize for. He's like, I'm sorry for bullying this kid. I don't give a shit about the kid. You said that this was garbage.
It's him imagining him beating up the kids is reminding me of It's Always Sunny. It's a newer episode where Mac and Charlie beat up all those kids who stole their bike. And that's kind of how I imagined the fight going, but with Rumble and his mech suit.
But with a flamethrower and lightning harpoons.
He talks about the lightning harpoons. Like,
he even ults in this fight.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
That's so good.
I do like how they made him not actually harpoon the kid. What does he hit? Hit like the stick the
kid he like harpooned
had.
the stick he was holding to shock it out of his hand.
Oh man.
Well, thank goodness.
I am liking that. That is kind of on brand now as for this Rumble that we're kind of seeing in here. Like someone who would actually beat up children.
Yeah,
it's fun
for sure. Especially bully children. He's got a chip on his shoulder.
See, that's the thing where it's like, it seems like maybe that's better to just get rid of that whole bully thing entirely, because it's more fun that he doesn't care about any of it. He's just so like whatever he cares about, rather than like actually wanting to stick up for someone or stop bullies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this could add like a fun aspect to his weird like friendship with Ezreal if they were to pair up, because he'd have this like dilemma of not giving a shit ever about what humans are doing, but also at the same time starting to give a shit what Ezreal is doing, because he do something cooler.
Sure, yeah, I like that too, because I imagine they're like plundering a tomb, and Ezreal's going towards like the obvious rare like Tear of the goddess thing floating at the altar, and Rumble's like going through all of like the just broken ass pots, just all the fucking trash. Can you stop looting the fucking trash for 5 minutes, please?
Help me! Like we have to Indiana Jones this shit.
And then of course Rumble finds something that like unlocks the trap or some shit. That's man.
Oh, so fun!
It writes itself. Yeah.
Riot.
Now, do you think that deep down Rumble thinks that he's the junk, and that's why he gets so upset when people insult it?
That's too many layers to this, what we got going on here, John.
He's the sword.
Can what's broken be reformed?
But more importantly, should it?
Perhaps. I think is what we've discovered.
Maybe.
Huh?
Oh my god.
So there are a few lines here. While I applied percussive maintenance to Tristy's precision mechanisms, which...
John.
Rumble, you dirty dog.
I had forgotten about his crush on Tristana. We didn't work that into his bio.
Yeah,
They didn't
work it
either.
into his bio.
Yeah, it's
Where
our
even is
fault.
this?
Yeah.
We did the
Don't say
best
we.
could.
Also, we talked about the fight with the children. There's one line where it said, and I don't know how to pronounce this Noxian's name, Kesu or Kesu, something like that. They said, and Kesu, he tumbled into the dust, which I misread to mean like he like became dust. And I was like, holy shit, did fucking Rumble just incinerate this child?
Oh my god, he was
This
a
was
vampire.
a sudden dark turn.
That's pretty funny though.
There's also, so there's a line here where the kid that was helping Rumble out, Rumble was like, hey, you wanna ride in my mech? And he said, you don't have to tell me twice. And Rumble thought to himself, that's a pretty cool thing to say under these circumstances. Which is a funny little nod because that is a Rumble line. And then another line, he said, grinning, Anokdu, that's his name. Grinning, I said to Anokdu, this is gonna be bumpy, which is another Rumble line. And I feel like I like it the first time and not the second time.
There's also really early on in the narration, he's like, that got me heated or something like that. Calm down. It's just like, you know how you'll hear like the title of a show or the movie
Right.
or in the book, there are people who love that, and then people like me who fucking hate that. I don't know why. I hate it when they say the title of the thing.
Interesting.
It's really, I don't like it, and that's kind of what it feels like here.
I kind of wish they went even further with it, and he was like overwhelmingly only speaking in the 9 quotes he has.
See, now that would be fucking
You
hilarious.
have to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
You do one quote or
Which
you
is
do
fun.
every quote.
Yeah.
He has like 9 sentences, right?
Right?
That's like
He does not have a
that's
lot
a hell of a challenge right there. Get those 9 sentences to work.
and only those 9
And
sentences.
only,
Now, he also shows up in the story from the journal of Professor Cecil B. Heimerdinger, which is the story about Heimer trying to optimize fun and accidentally giving the components of a turret to children. But Rumble is most likely the enterprising yordle Heimer encounters in this story. But then again, he's not specifically named, so it could be Rengar.
Oh, you.
Maybe. He's furry.
He's furry. I'm gonna point at him.
Yeah, I pointed at the camera.
It felt very intimidating. It's like I was being interrogated.
Is he calling me a furry?
Oh man.
All right. Old lore. Which, shockingly, you have like a full
More
page
than his
of.
new
Yeah.
lore. I have more too. It goes down more.
Oh,
No
cheese and
shit.
rice. What are you
So-
making up over there?
We'll start with the bio. Now, the original bio is exactly the fucking same, except it ends with these lines. The next morning, he left Bandle City without a word and wasn't seen again for months. When he returned, he was at the helm of a clanking, mechanized monstrosity. He marched it to the center of town amidst dumbfounded onlookers, and there announced that he would join the League of Legends to show the world what Yordle tech was really capable of, without hiding behind a foreign banner.
It's literally the same, except
Yeah.
they took out the last, 10 words. Oh my
I love it. The
god.
Riot classic.
You might as well have just fucking kept it in there, guys.
Right? You kept all the other bullshit in there.
Fuck it.
Does it?
That's like a good signpost. So when they ever want to go fix shit, it's like, okay, who still says they go to the League of Legends? Let's go
Right?
find all
Just
those
fucking
pages.
control F that shit. Update them all at once.
It's like when a champion still mentions summoners.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you need a fucking
Yeah,
voice.
you need to be.
Time for VO update.
EPO update, yeah.
Someone hacked
We
the
were
universe
doing-
page.
We were doing Lodal the other day, and they mentioned Summoner, and we were like, okay, which champion would actually still say Summoner?
Was it?
God, I'm trying to remember who it was
I don't
now.
remember who it was now,
Was it
yeah.
Nidalee?
Oh, I think it was Katarina.
Was it Brand?
wasn't it?
Aw.
It might have been
Misfortune?
Katarina.
It was Do You Fear Me, Summoner?
No, that
Yeah.
is Nocturne. No. Well,
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
no.
you're-
Nocturne's
Oh,
is
yeah,
Do I
it is Nocturne.
No, I
Scare
think
You,
it is
Summoner.
Nocturne.
Yeah.
It might have been Do I Scare You,
It
Summoner.
might have been.
Wow,
Do I
Mark
Scare-
is much better at Lodal than
Jesus,
us.
What the fuck?
I should have
This
been
is
there.
why Mark
Could've
didn't even
helped
play
y'all
it. Yeah.
It's too easy, right?
Every time we get a skin that we don't know, we're like, should we call Mark?
I'm actually really the skins. I'm the worst
I don't know what this
at.
champion is. Oh, actually, we're good at the skins.
You're good at the
whenever
skin
the champion
ones.
comes up, we're like, who the fuck is a melee mid champion who uses mana but isn't?
It's always like a male melee non-mana top laner,
laner.
from
It's like,
2009 or
great.
10. We're like, oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Fuck me.
Anyway,
Anywho, so Journal of Justice, issue 20. Rumble pulls the old Riddler from Batman and broadcasts a message to every device in the city.
my
But-
favorite movie!
I know, but
It's not my favorite movie. It's my
It
favorite
is.
Batman movie. I'm sorry.
But instead of mind control, it just says this: Heimerdinger, your revered inventor, is nothing but a sellout. Like a Hextech lapdog for human masters, he gives away superior Yordle innovations. And for what? For what? A pat on the head? He isn't a leader. He's a pathetic disgrace to Bandle City and to all Yordles everywhere. I, Rumble, will soon demonstrate the true power of Yordle technology without the hold of a human leash. Prepare yourselves! Which, you may recognize several parts of that are literally
It's
just word for word from the bio.
They're literally just word for word from the bio. And this is what he did. He's like, I have superior Yordle tech, and I'm going to use it to tell everyone that Heimerdinger's a dill hole. That's what you're going to do? There had to be a better use of this moment, Rumble.
You
He
would
had
think
everyone's
so.
attention for like 2 minutes, and he's like, Heimerdinger sucks. Rumble forever.
He just blows a 2-minute long raspberry.
That would be kind of good, actually. That'd
Yeah.
be kind of dope. I like it's
That would
like
have been
live.
cooler.
And he just completely like, Heimer. He just like like freezes up.
He's so anti-bullying, and then he used this technology to bully
should've
Heimerdinger
done-
for a minute.
Should have doxed Heimerdinger. That's what he should have done. He should have swatted him.
Here's his no. Don't ever do that. to
Enforcer
anyone ever.
Heimerdinger.
Enforcer.
Enforcer. I'm liking this online bully Rumble that's being crafted right now.
We just made him a cyber bully. That's all we
Right.
did with Rumble. Can I get a cyber bully Rumble?
Yes. Oh my god, please.
Hurt people.
money.
Hurt people. That's his lore blur. Cyber bully. Rumble.
That is, I could have just said that to summarize his bio. Those hurt people. Okay. So fucking stupid.
All right.
this-
Then when he go ahead.
Was that before he got released then? Was this supposed to be like a preview of like a champion that was upcoming?
I think that was his preview. Yeah.
Oh, that's what they decided everyone's first impression of Rumble should be.
Who's
Was
this
he going to be
dweeb?
more of a villain?
I don't know.
I know
think
he
he's
beats up
supposed to
kids
be-
now, but
Who's that annoying kid from Final Fantasy 13?
all
Don't
of them.
remember.
Oh.
Hope. Is that right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think he's kind
I
of
didn't
like.
play a lot of 13.
I didn't really either because I really hated a lot of all the characters. But he reminds me a bit of that, where he has like misplaced anger, kind of like him calling Uncle. I feel like he's calling Heimerdinger an Uncle Tom, which is kind of a weird idea to bring in. But maybe that's what you were kind of saying.
I mean, there's a
earlier,
lot of
Tom.
weird prejudice stuff they're bringing
Yeah.
into Rumble shit.
They
That's
did not-
weird.
yeah, it's weird.
Anyway, what else in the JOJ?
We got issue 25 with the mailbag of justice.
Hell yeah.
So someone asks him basically, are you able to upgrade Tristy to a less rusted up state? I mean,
Ouch.
the League would have to allow some kind of payment or materials you can use to turn Tristy into a real terror on the battlefield. She seems very flimsy when not paired with support. Also, I was wondering if you had a crush on Tristana, just because you're both from Bandle City and your machine shares a similar name. So... It said that Rumble recently established a workshop at the Institute of War to occupy during his stays here, and I must say, we talked about this last episode, how no League champion ever wants to talk to interviewers. This one specifically says he has been one of our most vocal residents. We finally have someone who has shit to say.
Shit is right.
As I entered the workshop, a potato whizzed past my head and splattered into the hallway beyond, launched by what appeared to be
Was it a cooked potato?
maybe what appeared to be a stack of bottomless pots and pans, a dislodged kitchen sink, and a burnt fuse. Rumble called it a test model. Tristy, what do you mean a less rusted state? She's perfect just the way she is. I've already had more than one complaint about how strong I built her. It's just like I said, Tristy's real Yordle tech. Even if she could get any stronger, she'd wreck anyone who came within 3 feet of her. And, your second question, I don't know what you're talking about.
Really committed to that little I that was in the...
Oh man.
Certainly not me.
Splooge.
Sensei.
You know, there is some potential there. I am liking it. I'm liking anime, like, you know, protagonist Rumble. I'm liking Simp King Rumble, right? For Riot Girl Tristana, I'm kind of liking. There's potential.
Oh, right. He has a judgment. Oh,
so the
God.
Judgment. I didn't actually take a lot of notes because I feel like you normally do the notes and I take it away on this one.
Mark did no notes.
But
I did no notes. But the truth is that the Judgment is a lot like the short story, but just not quite as like writ small almost, right? He is going in to get his I don't know, whatever you want to call it, judgment, I suppose.
It's
getting his mind read. And he comes in Tristy, and the thing immediately breaks down. As he's trying to fix it, all of a sudden this big, giant, super fucking awesome mech just kind of shows up. And in fact, it is his dream design mech. And who is piloting it, of all people, but Heimerdinger. And as Heimerdinger's piloting it, Heimer smushes Tristy, just steps on it and crushes it.
Fucking smashes her.
Smashes it. And Rumble refuses to give up. He's going to fight Heimer in his big mech, you know, even though he's been kicked to shit and he's got his fists up. And then, of course, Heimerdinger starts doing the whole, how does it feel to expose your mind, whatever bullshit. And Rumble's like, what? What are you talking about? Get back here, we're going to fight. And then he's like, he realizes he's been in Dreamland or whatever, and Tristy's fine. He's been bamboozled. Scallywagged, taken for a ride, and Tristy's fine, and he's I don't know, he just leaves just as determined as ever to fight Heimerdinger. I don't fucking know.
They make no sense.
What?
Why did they stop doing these?
Yeah.
So there's when he walks in, it said that Rumble clanks into the Great Hall with the least grace shown by any candidate since Gragas. Fucking ouch.
Are you offended for Rumble or Gragas, Rebecca?
I don't know. Both, yeah.
Both.
I'm
fair.
curious if this judgment was the impetus for the mech showdowns in the Ziggs rhythm game.
Oh, the Ziggs rhythm game. Oh, that's a good question. I wonder how all that works.
Between like the Ziggs and the Heimerdinger mechs, where they're fighting each other.
Yeah, and those designs are shared between the mechs versus minions pieces, right? It's a weird... I want to know where... there's some art board somewhere in Riot that these things exist on, and I don't know who it is that thought that those mechs, let's use the mechs for this and that. You know, it's a weird little thing to carry through.
It's my favorite bit is that there's one Yordle who's known for, riding around in mechs. And they did a mech-themed rhythm game starring Ziggs and Heimerdinger. And then they made Mechs vs. Minions, where Rumble is your teacher, and you never get to play Rumble in a mech. You get to play the other 4 yordles as mechs. You don't even get to play as Rumble in a mech. They have so much mech material that they refuse to put Rumble in.
I feel really bad for him now. He is getting bullied, but it's by Riot.
It's like in Monsters Inc. when they always put the sticker.
I can't believe it. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry, Rebel. I am in a board game. Like, there's my picture in the instruction manual. And here's your picture.
That's so
Whatever.
pure and cute.
That's a real... I feel really bad for him now.
We love Rumble now. Sorry, Rumble.
Sorry.
You want to
Sorry,
protect
buddy.
his bully
We're
ass.
sorry.
I'm not sorry. Fuck you, Rumble.
Yeah. I did like in this judgment, they're describing this mech that Heimer is riding, and there's like a full paragraph just outlaying all of the armaments and everything, and then on top of all, it's got like a literal death ray, and at the very end, he's like, and the worst thing about it is this blue paint job, because that's what I want to put on my mech. It's blue. Someone fucking ripped me off. I love it.
Oh, also we find out something in this judgment that I don't think is mentioned anywhere else, which is that Rumble blacks out sometimes. Whenever he gets mad, he blacks out and then wakes up and everyone is passed out around him, having been beaten up or some shit.
I think they took that out.
I know which specific line you're talking about. It's really weird. I would have to pull it up and look at it, because the way I read it almost was as if he and other yordles had been beaten. But I think you're right that he beat other yordles in a fit of blackout rage.
Yeah. It was like a
Never
very
knew.
like Perks of Being a Wallflower moment where you just fucking
Or very Cled, like what we might say too.
Yeah.
Mm.
This was the birth of Cled.
And from that violence sprung another yordle.
Very Grecian, Olympian.
Cled sprung fully formed from Rumble's head.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, he's in the Ignite cinematic, John.
He's in the Ignite cinematic. So there's this big showdown between Rumble and Kha'Zix, where Rumble's destroying the Nexus and Kha'Zix is trying to save it. Which, for the record, in the game was way less of an exciting moment than they made it seem in the cinematic.
Well,
But, it's still kind of cool. Fnatic Soaz got the Nexus to about half hit points before OMG Loveland backed and just fucking murdered him on Kha'Zix in like 2 seconds. Just fucking wrecked him.
I want to see them animate that. He's just like clinking away at the Nexus. His little mace.
Right? Because they made it look so fucking cool in Ignite.
Yeah, it's like
You know, they've got
Firestorm.
like a whole fucking firestorm, and Mecha Kha'Zix is just like drowning in the lava and shit. But in reality, he was just thunk, thunk, thunk. Kha'Zix was like,
League.
Hasagi! And fucking one shot.
That's how we're gonna do it. Somebody does like a weenie move as we do Mark's Yasuo impression.
That's
I
what I
like
vote
it.
for.
I like it. Is that the only cinematic that he's in?
Yeah.
That's the only one I saw.
Wow. He's not even in like some like Snowdown Showdown promotion for like Santa Claus or something. That is
The Santa promotion that
Did
Riot
you
does
miss
every
Santa?
year.
That's rough.
I think he's technically in some at least one skin cinematic, but I'll
Okay.
cover that when I get to that AU.
You're right. Yeah. That's fair.
Now, in terms of AUs, first one is Legacy. Treasures from days long past, glimmering just within reach. This one's Rumble in the Jungle, which has no lore.
Of course.
I
This was
didn't
like the only Rumble skin that we used to use for a really long time, I feel like.
Yeah.
really. I didn't listen to the little blurb on this AU before, but I feel like they're using the word treasures really liberally.
Real fucking loosely.
You know what? Like Rumble is a bunch of garbage just beyond reach that, there might be... Okay, some might be good. I don't know. I'm not trying to shit on this skin in particular, but this is shit like Swamp Master Canon, right? Like, this is things that are just like
How
complete...
dare you?
What? No, it's good.
All right, I take
It's a
it back.
treasure. Let's just put it this way. If Rumble were to look at this skin, he would consider it a treasure. Now take that for what it's worth.
Oh, that's my new backhanded compliment. You know, through Rumble's eyes, you're beautiful. Oh shit!
Is that going to be our new way to
Insult
secretly
people in game?
Insult people in game. Yeah, I laid down. Don't worry, I still think you're a good player. Yesterday.
Oh really?
That's someone who's flaming John an ARAM. Who flames people in ARAM?
Right?
Loser.
Oh.
Bam,
So
chat ban.
if you're listening right now
listening
and you were
right
the
now.
one who flamed me,
Don't worry, Twitch. I still think you're a good player.
next up we got Ages of Runeterra Bilgewater. Welcome to Bilgewater, where fortunes are made at the end of a gun. Anything you might need can be found on the slaughter docks, whether that be some hired hands, sea monster stew, or the captain who will send you to your watery grave. Which, yeah, I don't know why you'd look for that, but you can find it if you want it.
I don't like the way Rumble looks in this skin.
It's Bilge Rat Rumble. When the burdens of invention weigh too heavy on a young Yordle's shoulders, there's no better choice than to take to the seas. Nothing like plundering and marauding to lend Rumble a new lease on life as he terrorizes the coasts.
He looks like if Pennywise was a Yordle, a little bit to me.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. He's got that shirt-pants combo.
He's really like the colors too, right? It's very clownish.
It's weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
very clownish colors on that one.
Not a fan.
Yeah, nah. I was thinking of
Nah.
the old Splash actually. When I was like, what's wrong with it? He's like standing on like a. In the old one, he's just like standing on the bow.
Oh, he's like
Yeah.
actually cool in the old one?
It's bad. It's better.
Cooler.
We'll throw it up on Twitter and get the vote, but I think the old one's better.
Next up, he shows up in Super Galaxy. Emergency broadcast, all channels. The Galaxy threat level has been raised to Crimson. Redacted is under attack by Redacted. HQ estimates Redacted hours before total destruction, with collateral damage likely on neighboring systems. Super Galaxy, activate. This one is Super Galaxy Rumble.
Oh.
In case you didn't get that. Founders of the Super Galaxy Defense Force, Rumble always dreamed of saving the world with his explosive face melters, and courageous Giga Guards.
He melts your fate.
Melt your fucking
God.
fate.
That's kind of cool. I like that idea.
Yeah, I like that one too.
To this day, his allies still have no idea what these terms mean, but they don't question it because a Yordle operating a volcanic flame-spitting mech can be a very volatile thing.
This
And
one's
it's had
pretty
its own
good.
marketing page, too.
Yeah.
And the blurb for this was, look, in the sky, it's a dragon. It's a cryo phoenix. It's a Yordle in a mechanized suit that spits volcanic flames and rains down hyper-explosive rockets. And he's got something to prove. Oh, you want to bully his friends? Taste electro-harpoon rockets. Threaten his family? Fry in 40,000 degrees of face-melting fire. Attack Bandle City? Prepare for a massive bombardment of Yordle-induced incandescent annihilation that'll vaporize any threat to the furry populace.
I feel like that was written by like the Marvel or some Marvel writers.
Huh. It's interesting the phrases that are shared between those two things. Like they got like here was like make sure to work in face melting and these things.
We need volcanic flames. It's important that we know they're volcanic.
Feels a bit like an ad lib.
It kind of is. I do love that skin because it's a complete
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann reference. Like the whole skin just
Yes.
is. Yeah.
So, in case you're unfamiliar, like the whole it references Simon, Kamina, and the Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann. And his spawn animation references the first opening of Gurren Lagann, and his recall animation references Kamina's Giga Drill Breaker.
What the
from
fuck
Gurren
is
Lagann.
Gurren Lagann?
It's an anime. It's
an
It's pretty
anime.
cool.
Tis a Gurren Lagann.
It's Gurren Lagoon.
Alright, if it's not Sailor Moon, I don't know it.
Now, this one has a unique skin line, too, that says, I've done about 6 impossible things today, so far. which is likely an Alice in Wonderland or Alice Through the Looking Glass reference, where she says, "Why, sometimes I've believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast."
Neat.
Next, we got Highway Heretics.
Hell is his skin?
Set in a dystopian wasteland, each of the champions represent Fallout survivors turned into vandals, raiders, and roadsters, which this
is
encompasses
Mad Max.
2 skin lines, Road Warrior, which is the Mad Max one, and Vandal. And this one is Badland Baron's Rumble. Nothing turns a traveler's blood cold like seeing Rumble in the distance, his iron death buggy chugging thick clouds of irradiated smoke. That means someone's got his attention, and those with Rumble's attention have a nasty habit of becoming very, very dead.
Oh.
This skin is dope. I've never seen it in game, but I'm
Right,
gonna
no
buy
one
it
uses
after this
this.
fucking
Yeah.
episode and play Rumble. That shit's
It
slick.
very much looks like Immortan Joe from the newest Mad Max.
Definitely him
Oh,
from
yeah.
Fury Road, yeah.
For sure.
And fun fact on this one, you can see Hyena Warwick in the background of the
Yeah.
splash. Just, chilling.
You know, walking around.
Walking around, doing puppy
Stretching
stuff.
his legs.
Ow!
The she-wolf in-
Next up, we got Space Groove. In a groovy galaxy, a million disco infernos away, a mysterious energy known only as the Groove brings music and prosperity to trillions of galactic citizens. But when the alien overlord Lysandra and her army of harsh vibes begin to enslave planets and suppress disco music, a new age of heroes rises to stop her and keep the party groovin'.
Gotta cut loose. Cut loose.
Well, this one is Space Groove Rumble. The retro-futuristic planet is tired of listening to the boring music brought by Lysandra's evil influence. Fashioning a groove suit of his own design, Rumble now stomps across his adoptive homeworld, unleashing powerful rockets and a groovy bass track on anyone who'd keep the people from dancing.
Is the word rocket spelled like rock dash it's?
It's not, and it's a real missed opportunity.
They got a lot in there. We'll give it to them. It's fine.
No, hire him, Riot. He's got the good
That's it.
ideas.
That cinched it.
Yeah. And he is in the cinematic exploration, that super retro anime style, animation.
All he wrote is, he's there.
He is there.
He is
He's
there.
there.
He's there.
He's
That's
there.
all that could be said about most people that are in this animation.
That's true.
It's not like an action-heavy animation.
No,
It's
but
more
it's
a
still
music
good.
video.
It's fun.
Yeah. It's yeah. If they were to make an 80s anime about it, this would be the opening. It would feel right at home.
Yeah, he really would, frankly. Or it would. And he would. He would fit perfectly into something like that.
And finally, Pentakill. Now, to be clear, he doesn't have any Pentakill skins. But the music video for Mortal Reminder is set in Vandal City, and he's trying to give flowers to Tristana when Sona appears, and then he turns away from Tristana and tries to give the flowers to Sona instead, which... fucking bold move, buddy. But she crescendos his ass, and his flowers are ruined.
She's human, Rumble. Doesn't he not like them? She's hot, though.
She is hot.
Yeah. All right,
And-
I'll give it to him.
If we learned anything from B-Movie, it's that interspecies romances are totally cool.
Don't ever let me hear you say the words, if we learned anything from B-Movie, again.
But the life
You're a
lessons.
father now, John. You can't say those things.
I mean, it's going to be the first movie she sees.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
She needs to learn
You're
the
set for
lessons.
life.
First
Right.
of all, she's already watched several movies with me. I made her watch Swim Fan at a very young age.
Why were you watching? I was watching Swim Fan not too recently, not too long ago. I don't know why.
It was like 4:30 in the morning, and I had a newborn, and I was like, "Well, time for Swim Fan." You make wild decisions when you're up with a newborn really late.
Beverly Hills 90210 Fatal Attraction, right? That's how I describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's a good description.
a great piece of cinema.
Okay, I don't think you can give anyone shit when you've also said that Swing
Right.
Fan is a great piece of cinema.
I don't actually think it's a great piece of cinema. You, I think, might have been taking a real lesson from B-movie.
You know, I take good life lessons where I can get them. I don't judge just because a bee loves a woman. Who am I?
I thought the woman...
I'm but a man who has loved a bee before.
And I'd like to hope that everyone would have the same understanding.
Well, I tried to fuck that bee.
Anywho,
See, it's a couple of fun facts here about Rumble.
not a lot, honestly. There's not a lot of info. He's too old. There's not a lot of information to be had about him. But I've got Rumble, Corky, and Cled are the only yordles with a mount.
I think, that's a lot.
Right? I think they outnumber the... Well...
Right, the non-yordle mounts. Their names are Tristy, Rafflecopter, and Scarl, respectively. Mm-hmm. And Rumble is one of only 11 champions that can cast crowd control on themselves.
Yeah, because he slows himself. What?
He silences himself.
Silence, that's what it is, yeah.
Oh, really?
Once his heat meter goes too high, he silences himself.
I don't know. I played Rumble once in the last several years. It was in an ARAM, and someone got very upset with me because I was not doing well with him. And I'm like, it's almost like I couldn't pick my champion. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Bullying me. I'm Rumble. This is too thematic.
I didn't know at the time, but now I would. I would have really... Maybe I would have played Rumble better because I would have understood.
I'm going to show you a true yordle innovation. But that's Rumble.
That was Rumble.
Yeah, it was Rumble, wasn't it?
There's not a lot of it, and what's there isn't
Is bad.
super canon. But hey, I liked that one story. Nice work, Amanda Jeffries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You did it.
get her to redo the bio. Fuck it, right?
Right? Make it canon. Bring it up to speed.
Yeah,
I don't
got
know if
the
you're
finger
still
on the
there
pulse.
because, you know,
Yeah, he didn't read that old.
a lot of the writing team isn't quite there anymore.
Yeah,
but
you're right. Anyway. Yeah. Maybe.
But whoever's there now.
Maybe, yeah, right. Maybe just freelance hired gun. One more story. We need you back. We need to fix Rumble.
Oh, no. But I'm retired.
There's a lot of innocent
30.
Rumble players.
I thought I was out for good. They keep pulling me back.
Oh, man.
Probably a lovely person. That was kind of what I expected for Rumble. I guess I was hoping for more of it to be No, I knew it wasn't going to be.
Right.
I knew it was going to be full of outdated stuff that didn't make sense anymore.
I'm surprised we got a short story that was more up to date,
Yeah,
honestly.
same.
That was the biggest surprise for me.
Yeah, I want more love to Yordles in general, and Rumble should be included in that. So
Yeah, but
maybe one
specifically
day.
canon, if you have to choose one.
Yeah. Okay, so here's one thing. From the short story, I feel like there is a moment where someone refers to him as a Yordle. I could be wrong. They also are calling him old man and grandpa, but I want to say there's a moment where someone refers to him as a
There
Yordle.
is, yes, because he was wearing a hood for the majority of it, and then he takes his hood off, and it was actually the head bully is like, oh shit, I didn't realize you were a Yordle. That was my bad, buddy. I didn't mean to, to talk bad to you.
Oh, yeah.
Which works way better. Like, yeah. So
Yeah,
maybe
interesting.
a little light at the end of that tunnel.
All right. Well, that was Rumble. Thank you for listening. What? What did I do?
Nothing. You're so cute.
Shut the fuck. What? You started laughing at me.
I don't know. I think he's bullying you.
He is bullying me. I'm being cyber bullied.
I just wanted to be
IRL.
known that I said she was cute, and this is the response I get.
Because you said I was cute after you laughed in my face.
Your fucking face.
Let's roll the tape back.
You literally All right. Thanks, you're cute too.
Thanks.
It all worked out.
Yeah. And the marriage is saved. We live another day. Anyway, we have a Twitter. It's at Loreheads. We also have a Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Loreheads. This guy, John. He streams every weekend. He plays some TFT. We try to do some ARAMs afterwards. I usually try to join, but sometimes Poppy's decided she don't want to sleep, so
Yep.
then I can't. But yeah, we'll see. We have fun.
We have fun.
Yeah, we have a good time. We have a YouTube as well. We're posting the videos for these episodes now, along with some clips. And John is posting some Twitch highlights, some of his TFT games and stuff like that, and some indie games that he's played. If you ever want to watch some of that.
And we recently posted a Valorant highlight clip that was edited by one of our Discord members, Lord Shax. So if you want to see how 5 level 1 never having played before Valorant players do when put up against level 212 Valorant players, then you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
The results might shock you, right? Because I think we took... Well, I guess I won't spoil it.
They might shock you. They might not.
Depending how smart you are. We have a Discord as well. The link is in the description of this episode and pinned on our Twitter. And we have a Patreon. Thank you so much to all of our patrons.
But a very special thank you to our Medarda tier patrons, Big Man Gnomes, Chloe Things, King of Hearts, Shupa Moustache, and Techno Robert. If you were being bullied and I was a yordle with a mech suit, I would also fucking destroy some children to protect you.
Damn.
John beats children. Heard it here
John
first.
beats up children.
The only ones
Just
that
like
deserve
Grumble.
it.
Yeah, only the fucking assholes.
I mean, they were like beating up a disabled child, so you know what?
Yeah, fuck you, Noxus.
Yeah, they kind of sucked.
Yeah, I'm not...
They were like, ha ha, you can't walk. Like, they literally...
Yeah,
They literally said that at some point.
I'm fine with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm also fine with beating children, okay?
Oh my god. Someone's gonna take out just that audio bit.
Right.
This is what the lore heads support. Are you sure you want to
I
listen?
endorse it. I recommend it. I'm trying to normalize it. No.
Oh my god. All right, I need to go and like get away from the two of you. So
Damn.
that's good. Okay, good.
I am loving husband.
Please be sure to join us next week because we're gonna talk about the Rune Mage Rise.
Oh